Hey, 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 what's going on with my beautiful people today? That's right, shining bright. Hope you're shining bright, not letting anybody dim that light. My name is Trinity, and welcome to my channel, all about the healing. Mwah, 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 for my ride and dies, mwah, 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 for my energy, no, my new subscribers, mwah, 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 for my energy exchange, 10, 20, 100 fold right back at ya. What's it so on this channel, you shall reap 100, right? Flip side, can't stop, won't stop, and ain't gonna stop nothing, period, up in here. I control me, I control my destiny, I control it all concerning this right here. It is so, so be it. Ashe, so mote it be. All right, we are honoring the signs of the collective. Bam! There it is, collective. All right, so let's get into it. We have failure. And we have bones. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. What I get from here is that some of you, and fit you where you get in, thought or feel like you failed at something. You felt like you made a huge mistake by trusting someone, by giving somebody a chance. Maybe you left somebody, you walked away from somebody, and then you allowed them to come back, and it didn't change anything. It didn't get better. And you holding on to something like that. Maybe you started a business and it was doing good, and then you made a decision to change something, or you made a decision to change up, and it changed everything and you could not get it back. You feel like you made a mistake and you failed. You feel like you failed at something, and it makes you feel empty. It makes you feel bad about yourself. It makes you feel like because of that happening, it makes you feel like you can't come from that. You can't make things right because of how you feel about it. It's some kind of circumstance or situation about it that makes you feel like ashamed, or make you feel really low about it. I feel like a lot of you is about a relationship. And then some of you is about isolated incidents that in life you made decisions about, and you made a mistake, and it's like you living with some kind of mistake that you feel like it makes you feel like a failure. It makes you feel that you're a failure because of this thing didn't go right, or this relationship didn't go right, or this marriage didn't go right, or you failed to be able to have children, or you keep miscarrying, you can't have kids, or it's something with this failure thing here. It's making you feel less than, or it's making you feel empty, or it's some kind of destructive mindset or negativity with this situation. But it say again, listen, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So, you're not a failure. This thing happened for a reason. And if it was, let's just say, if you had to start all over again from an infant all the way up to where you are now, it wouldn't change anything. That same thing would happen because it's according to where you need to be right now. Who you are right now makes up this failure, this mistake. You would not be where you are. You would not know what you know. You wouldn't be as strong as you are without this thing happening. It's not a failure. It's not a mistake. It is something that had to happen. It is something, it's a learning opportunity. It is something that you had to go through so you can learn, so you can wake up, so you can see things from a different perspective, so you can open up your third eye, so you can get that download from the Most High. Whatever it is, it was never meant for you to carry it as a failure or a mistake. It was a learning opportunity. It was something that was set in stone, that you agreed upon, that you would go through, that would trigger your awakening, or will trigger what you need to learn, or trigger your gifts or your talents or your abilities. But it was never in play to truly, truly cause a wound that you would carry that would make you feel like a failure, or make you feel less than, or make you feel like this big old mistake that you made, that you can never overcome it, because it's riddled with shame and guilt that you made this big major mistake. No, that's not it. You looking at it wrong. So again, here I am to give you the truth. No, that thing that happened was the only thing that could happen to wake you up. That thing that happened was the only thing that could open up your third eye. That thing that happened was the only thing that could get you to connect with the Most High. It was the only thing that could trigger your heart and get you vulnerable enough that you would seek after higher power, a higher power in your life to lead, guide, and direct you. It was the only thing that could get you, trigger you, and open you up where you would be able to go into your spiritual awakening. It was never for you to take on as a mistake or feeling failure or guilt or shame. No. You have nothing to feel guilt and shame about. A spiritual awakening was born. You went through it. And destructive, it says destructive, indestructible, immortality, identity, protection from evil spirits, strength. Didn't I just say? To know how strong you are? You got to be a strong individual to go through a spiritual awakening. Right? Only the strong survive during a spiritual awakening, because a spiritual awakening open all them doors that you just don't want to see. Hold on, my nose is running. Sorry. A spiritual awakening that you don't want to see. All those facing your demons and facing all your childhood issues, all the things that you don't want to admit and you don't want to go. You had to do all these things. And this particular thing that you went through, this failure, it triggered it was a domino effect for all of these things to happen and for you to go through. It is not a failure. It is a learning opportunity. It is a trigger that manifested your spiritual awakening. Without it, you would never have made it to where you are today. And I'm talking to my spiritualists, my psychics, my light workers, my tarot readers, you would never be able to do what you do without that mistake or without that failure. So what you do now is you embrace it. It's done and over with. You embrace it. You let it be. It happened. It made me fierce. It made me a force to be reckoned with. It made me a baddie. It made me a role model, a trendsetter. It made me who I am today. It's not a failure. It's not a mistake. It's a learning opportunity. It's a trigger. So, I need you to change the way you view that. I need you to change what you say about that situation, because only you know the situation. I need you to change that, because the opponent, our opponents, is using that to attack you. They're using that guilt and that shame to attack you. You're trying to figure out how and why do they keep doing it when you keep protecting yourself. This is a blind spot. This is what I was talking about. One of the things I was talking about in yesterday's reading, when we're talking about doubt. We're talking about doubt in yesterday's reading, right? So and I was telling you that the enemy is getting ready to, that is attacking and getting ready to come in with if you don't, and to cover your blind spots, you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to get with spirit, so the spirit can show you so you can patch up those spots, patch up those areas that the opponents have been using, the opps been using they've been using that to attack you. So you're going to have to deal with this. Whoever you are. It's not for everybody. And I'm just going to tell you, for those of you who is looking on here and saying don't resonate, you need to get with God before you say it don't resonate. You need to test your spirit. You need to get God to show you before you say something don't resonate. Because these readings right here is all about YOU. And you cannot afford to just shrug any of these off, because they're here for a reason. And at this point in all of our subconscious, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what we're harboring. We don't know what black magic keep coming to us at night and coming in, and what's taking hold in our subconscious, what we're holding on. Yeah, you might physically healed it, but the opps is constantly keep throwing it back at you in a dream state. So in your subconscious, you're holding on to something that you don't even know you're holding on to, because you ain't already healed it. You ain't already healed that. It's done with. It's not in my heart, but it's still up here because somebody's projecting. Somebody is sending. So you got to constantly get with source, get with the divine, get with the Most High. Make sure that you are good, because the Most High, your spiritual team, that your higher self, they'll be able to relate all those messages to you, but you have to ask. You have to be in tune. You got to set aside time to be with God and your spiritual team so they can have the opportunity to express those things to you. It's time, guys. It's time. We in a new, different season. It's going to take requirement for us to be able to do more spiritual work, attuning, getting aligned with Source. I'm going to leave it right there. This is a short one today. All right. So hit the comments, hit the emojis, let a sister know you're still working with me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Just thumbs the channel. It helps a sister out. Share. Subscribe. Look at here. If you not subscribing, you just looking, you doing yourself a disservice. Because as I go in, and I'm not even going to guarantee, guys, that I may put some readings out next week. I may not, because when I go in, I'm going in, and I may do readings. If I have enough time to do readings for next week, I will. If I don't, y'all just gonna have to wait, because I got to get it in. Because I got to get it in for myself, and then I got to get it in for you. So if you're not tapped in and I'm tapped into you, it will behoove you to do so. It don't cost you nothing, so it's no excuse. It don't cost you nothing to like the video. It's no excuse, right? It's an energy exchange, right? So subscribe. The description box has all the information in it. Check it out. Social media is there. Social media is hot and popping. I need you to get there. I need you to sign up, right? So you can get your inspiration, get your motivation. Sign up. All right, so with that, not doing any personal readings, and if you want to donate to the channel or send me a deck or whatever you want to do, it's in the description box, right? Energy exchange, right? Hit the notification bells so you can always, when I go live or when I send out a message every day, you'll get it. So I'm sending you love, I'm sending you healing, and Trinity is